Hey, welcome to the Daily Beard for April 9th, 2019. It's 9:35 at night. I'm actually I'm in the car because I'm picking up my oldest daughter and wife from Shazam because my oldest daughter didn't get to see it, so they went and saw it tonight. Tonight is cheap night in Canada, which is cheaper than normal. Tuesday nights they try and get you to come out and they charge less money. Still expensive though. So anyway, I didn't get to record earlier today because my computer is I was gonna record and then I thought, oh wait, and my computer is malfunctioning. So for all I know, you're not even seeing this as I record it. You might not see this tonight because it doesn't start working better. But I'm assuming at this point, if you're watching this, it did, and it's fine. So I don't know. I had a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, and nothing at the same time. So, yeah, I had a busy day. I'm gonna be meeting with my mentor tomorrow, and we're reading a book together. So I had to read some of that book. So it's good. The guy's kind of repetitive. Not my mentor, the writer of the book. He made his point, and then and I was like, I understand what you're saying, and then he continued for 14 more pages, and it's just like, wow. Okay, so that was interesting, but yeah. What I'm going to talk about is albums. It's not a thing anymore, really, in a lot of ways, but a lot of my youth and my childhood, not so much my childhood, but my youth, my young adult, between the ages of 11 and 25, whatever. Is marked by albums of music by bands and stuff like that that I've listened to a lot and stuff. And it's funny because it doesn't quite happen the same way anymore. People listen to songs. Very rarely do people sit there and listen to whole albums as much anymore. They do. Don't get me wrong. Some people do. Some of the younger kids do, but most of them don't. Most of them listen to one song by this person and one song by that. They don't listen to a whole, a lot of the way albums are made now aren't made as whole things. And I have some albums that literally I hear songs from it and it just takes me back to years. So it's a band called Live, and they have an album where lightning crashes, and it takes me back to when I met my wife, because that year I listened to that CD a lot. There's a woman named Tori Amos that has an album where literally takes me back to York University when I was there, because I used to ride the subway a lot and read one book called The Secret History. And I listen to her music, and it's just it literally transports me back to that stuff when I hear things. And Pearl Jam's 10 album, and Matthew Sweet's Girlfriend, and I can picture. I'm terrible at going when people say this year, and they can figure out what happened that year, and I'm like, oh, that was back in 1945. I freaking can't do that most of the time. But albums, when I hear albums or think of albums, they take me back to that period. I don't know how old I am always at those periods, but they take me back to those memories. And I'm going to get my daughters to start listening to some of these albums that were impacting me, especially if I can try and match up years. So when my daughters are about to be 15 and 17, getting close. What was I listening to in those years? What impacted me? I know for sure at that point Matthew Sweet's Girlfriend album is between 14 and 17 was a massive, I listened to it so much. So I'm going to give these albums to my daughters and get them to listen to them to connect with me, but also I want them to get good music. So not that all the music's bad. I don't really get Post Malone. I don't understand it. But anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah, so that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today. Music. It's transformative. It's amazing. That's about it. Thanks for watching. God bless.